Hey guys, what's going on? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com and CansecoCollector.com. I wanted to do a quick video for you all to show talk a little bit about these cards out there online that might have some patches that are a little too good to be true. I want to show a few on screen here as well as what you can do to protect yourself to be able to do your own due diligence and make sure that none of these fake patches get into your collection. I want to start off with this one beautiful Triple Threads Derek Jeter patch. It's amazing. I mean, it is a gorgeous looking card. The problem is, it is fake. And I'm going to show you how we figure this out. So first of all, this is not my research. This has been done years and years and years ago by Blowouts Houdini and VW Nut 13, I believe the screen name is. I came across this thread when I was doing some research on this in some of their videos. So they're the ones that came up with this stuff. So I can't take any credit for this, but I do want to help my subscribers to see what they need to do to protect themselves. So first of all, if a card is like this that shows up, it's probably, and it looks like it's too good to be true. It probably is. And we'll go ahead and start off by showing you this card. I believe it's 2010. So if you go and you look online for these other cards that are numbered out of 18 of Jeter for 2010 Triple Threads, look, they're all gray swatches. All gray swatches. So it would be kind of strange for, even this, it's out of 27. So I would imagine that the lower number ones even are going to be plain swatches as well. So it would be strange for Topps to do a ridiculous patch like this on a card out of 18 when everything else is just a regular gray swatch. You'd think that they would use that material for like the 1 of 1 or something like that. So anyways, so a couple ways we can figure out how this is fake is, number one, you can go on to worthpoint.com and do a search for the serial number. So 12 out of 18 here. So what we're going to do is, and I did a search already, so that's just, this is pulled up from a search that I did offline. But anyways, here's 12 of 18 right here. So this is the original card. It's gray, and, it's the exact same serial number, 12 of 18. 12 of 18, it's the same card. So this was sold on April 7th, 2011. This is sold about 5 years later. So, and the difference is, the question is, why would somebody do this? Well, the answer is that this card right here will fetch a lot more money, a boatload more money than just this plain swatch card. So anyways, and the next question is, of course, how can you tell if it's just in hand? And sometimes you can't tell when it's in hand. But a lot of times what you can do is, whenever you look at this and in hand, like you have this actual card in hand, and you turn it on its side, and ultimately you can think of this card almost as a sandwich that has like a top piece of bread, middle layer, and a bottom piece of bread. So what a lot of these guys will do is they'll take an X-Acto knife and just split it straight down the middle, almost like they're taking off the top piece of bread. And what will show up there is square pieces of go over on the side here, square pieces of jersey. And once those are exposed, you can basically just unglue those and glue in these pieces here. I actually did this on another card, this right here, to show, and this is years ago that I did this, just to kind of show how it's done. So this patch, this Bobby Doerr patch card, is one that I did personally. So here's what it looked like originally. It had a bat piece as opposed to that nice patch. And all I did was I took the top off of it, unglued this, and glued the patch in. So that's all it took. And of course, wrote fake patch on the back. I don't want this to get out into circulation and, dupe anybody. That's certainly not what I want to do. It's basically for educational purposes. That way people will understand how it's done. Because I think that a lot of times people are going to see a card like this and go, oh, well, there's no possible way that could be faked. I mean, look how intricate the top pieces are here. They can't just pull these pieces out. Well, they're not pulling the pieces out through the top. They're coming from the side. So, this has happened on many, many, many cards. It's not new by any stretch of the imagination. It's been happening for years and years and years and years, over a decade. Here's even Canseco gets hit sometimes. So, show you, here you go. So this is for 2016 Triple Threads. I was actually offered this card, and I go, I'm sorry, guy, this is not this is a fake. But through all of Canseco's cards, he had out of 27, out of 18, out of 9, out of 3, and 1 of 1s of 2 different types of cards in 2016 that are vertical. Every single one of them are either bats or plain jersey cards. And I even had the 1 of 1s, both 1 of 1s guys, and they were all just plain swatches or bat pieces, and that was it. There's no patches whatsoever. Well, then you got this this handsome fella right here, out of 18, and it's got a laundry tag. And so, no, there's absolutely no possible way that this is real. This has happened with other cards in the past at Canseco as well. But you see it a lot in Jeters and Griffeys and Ripkins and Sandbergs and all kinds. And it's a bummer to see, but ultimately one of the ways that you can tell also is just, look at the other cards with the same serial number on worthpoint.com and see if they match up. If they don't, if most of them look like this, then the odds are you're probably not going to have something like this that's legitimate. So, especially if the 1 of 1s, like if you have a higher serial number card and the patches are much, much, much nicer than the 1 of 1s, then you know that something's probably been, that something's up, that somebody did something down the line. So obviously another thing to keep in mind is the sellers may or may not have been the actual people that did it. They just might be people that were duped as well and didn't even think to look any further into it. So, just because somebody's selling it doesn't mean they're a scammer, but it is a good idea to let them know. And I've tried to let people know in the past, and sometimes they just won't listen, and it's unfortunate. But anyway, so there it is, guys. Just be careful with the cards that you get as far as the patch cards go, and if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But just do some research first.